So good afternoon everyone, this is Team Anti-Poverty and we are here to talk about poverty. To be more specific, we will be talking about SDG 1, no poverty. So first of all, what are SDGs? SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals. These are 17 global goals which were set by the United Nations to create a better and more sustainable future. Now, SDG 1, no poverty. The goal is to eradicate extreme poverty and reduce overall poverty. So we have all heard about poverty in facts and figures, but But to truly understand what poverty feels like, we would be moving on to our first story. The Moment of Eternity. This story revolves around a lower middle class family where the only source of income was the husband. But when he died because of his illness, the whole family was left with no support, no money, no food. So to end their misery, the wife believed that she had no skill to earn and feed their children, Sona and Mona. So to end their misery, she decided to murder them. So this story shows us the harsh reality of people living in poverty. So if SDG 1 was achieved, such tragedies could be prevented. Thank you. Now Aryan will be taking over. Aryan.
Hello everybody, my name is Aryan and my registration number is 54 and today I'll be talking on the story The Death Scout, which is written by a great author Manushi Premchand. So this story basically revolves around two main characters, which is basically a father and a son duo. The father is named Isu and the son is named Madhav. So on a cold night, the wife of Madhav, who is named Budia, was in child labor inside their hut. But Madhav and Isu, being very lazy and being stuck in poverty, they were not caring about their. Madhav was not caring about his wife in the hut in child labor. They were just outside the hut sitting and eating stolen potatoes. In the morning when they woke up after eating the stolen potatoes, they found their wife Budia was dead and they did not have enough money to arrange a death shroud for her death ceremony and stuff. So they just went ahead to the local zamindar to beg for some money. The zamindar very pitifully gave them around 2 rupees and being Isu and Madhav being very lazy and money minded, they used the zamindar's name to convince the villagers to earn even more money from the villagers. And by doing this, they summed a total of 5 rupees from the villagers. Now, while going to buy the death scout, rather than buying and they just had some liquor and eat lavish food instead of buying the death scout. They justified this act by saying that Budia's soul will rest in peace by seeing them happy. They also said that Budia has been surviving all her life. She has been through a lot of struggle and doing this will let her soul rest in peace. Now this story basically tells us how poverty can rip away emotions from people. Like Isu and Madhav didn't even care about Budia's death. They just wanted their own lavish food and liquor and stuff. So this story relates to SDG 1 because it shows extreme poverty. It portrays how Isu and Madhav were extremely poverty people. It also shows human degradation, like Isu and Madhav, both of them didn't care about the death. It also shows lack of social support. Even after being in child labor, Budia was not provided a hospital bed or something. And it also shows the cycle of poverty. Like as we saw, Madhav and Isu both were poor. So the future generations of the poor. That's all for my story. Now I will call Naveen for the next.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Naveen. I'm very Today I'm going to speak about the short story, A Home Near the Sea, written by Kamalas. There are 3 characters in the story: Arugham's wife and a young man who is just like a beggar roaming around the city. This story is about a homeless couple, Armugam and his wife, living near the sea. After Armugam lost his job due to his drinking habit, their life is full of struggles and quarrels. One day when the couples are quarreling, Armugam wife says to Armugam that you would have been still living in a house if you hadn't drunk and insulted a supervisor. What a useless man I have married. No one would believe me that once Inspector Singh Chinna Kambi asked my hand, but now I have lost my youth and beauty. Suddenly, a young man interrupts the conversation and says that she is still beautiful and compassionately goddess Lakshmi. This reminded Arman's wife about her long lost dignity. Eventually, they started to share their life story, and especially they spoke about music. The kind words from the young man made Arman's wife feel respected and alive after a long time. When the young man was about to leave, Arman's wife gave him a blanket, which was the only thing the couple had to warm themselves during his death. So it made Armugam very angry. But she just smiled at him and said, he spoke of music to me. This story shows that shows not only material poverty but also emotional poverty, the hunger for love, respect and kindness. Now let's see how this story correlates with SDG number 1, no poverty. In this story, we can see people who have lost everything like job, shelter and food. And hope also, hope as well. And hope as well. This story shows that poverty is just not about money, but it's also about using a chance to live a decent and respected life. Now Nikhil will continue with this.
Good afternoon everyone, I'm Nikhil Asuri. My registration number is 4 and the story that I've picked for the presentation is Blind Man's Contentment by Thakari Pillai. And the main characters of this story are Pappu Nair, who is the blind man, his wife Bhargavi, and his son Raman and his daughter, and their neighbor Kutiyamma. So, as a summary, in this story there is a man who has been blind since birth, and because of that he couldn't get any proper high-paying job, which led his family into poverty. And his wife Bhargavi seems to be polite at first, and she seems to be the kind of very domesticated woman who always obeys her husband. But later in the story we see that she doesn't treat everyone with the same kindness as she does to her husband, and she beats up her own son. And so instead of his blindness making him a very bitter man, he kind of contrasts everyone around him by being very upbeat and cheerful about everything that's happening around him, even if it isn't very happy place. His wife doesn't always feed him food, and he doesn't even notice it because her wife and his wife's mother usually smuggle the food outside of the house and eat it out there. So in this story, we can see that the connection to the SDG 1, which is no poverty, is that even though they all live in poverty, the people around the blind man turn bitter and they kind of have a hatred against each other. But the blind man does not show the same traits. This is because he always finds something good even when there's something bad happening around him. And this shows that poverty can be fought in many ways, not just by acquiring wealth, and that to fight poverty, you need to maintain your human dignity throughout the tough times. Thank you. I will now be passing over to Ishan.
So hello everyone, my name is Ishan and today I will present about the story The Silver Bangles by Mulk Raj Anand. And the story mainly concludes around 3 characters: the sweeper girl, the lady of the house and the husband. And in the story, in starting, the sweeper girl receives the silver bangles from her mother. But the lady of the house falsely accuses that she stole the silver bangles because she thought that the sweepers caste they cannot afford the story. They cannot afford the silver bangles. But later on the story we learned that it's because of her jealousy. She feared that her husband may admire the sweeper girl beauty. So she hides her emotional insecurities behind the rule, the caste rule. In the end, though wrongly accused, the sweeper girl rises her dignity in silence and she raises her head proudly. And for the connection with the SDG 1 No Poverty, we get to know that poverty is not because of a lack of money. It is because of the background due to which their rights and social interaction decreases. Because as the example we see, because of the sweeper girls, caste are marginal, or socially and economically. So that's all for my story, and now Prana will conclude.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am presenting Kishan Chandra's short story, The Brinjal Cutout. And the character of the story are narrator and his wife, and Haji Main and Pandit Ram Dayal and Duran. And the summary of the story is the narrator family was starving because of poverty, and when a narrator wife is dicing the brinjal, she found the word Allah written inside the sea, and immediately narrator capitalized the situation and collecting the money from Muslims, and after this business is setting up, his greediness pushed him to commit with same with Hindus, like changing the word Allah into Om, and it attracts the Hindus, and he collects money from Hindus. And he did the same with Christian by changing it cross. And when he becomes wealthy from this plan, it leads people killing each other in the town, and due to communal hatred. And this story related to the SDG 1, low poverty. The narrator's plan begins only because he is unemployed and starving. This story shows how lack of money can destroy the society. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Priyankar Ghosh, registration number 23. Today I would be presenting the story The Postmaster, written by Rabindranath Tagore. There are only two characters in this story, the Postmaster and Ratan. The Postmaster, a young man from Calcutta, who got his posting in a remote village of Kolhapur, where the village lacked many resources and was poverty-stricken and was totally isolated. There, the postmaster's only companion was Ratan, a small orphaned girl who lived in that village. She used to help the postmaster with all his courses, and slowly Ratan got emotionally attached with the postmaster and started looking him as her family. However, on the other hand, the postmaster didn't have any emotional attachment with Ratan. Even after staying with her for so many days, the postmaster usually taught Ratan, educated her. However, after few days, when the postmaster got a transfer letter, Ratan expected him to take her with him. However, the postmaster refused that led Ratan heartbroken, and she can't do anything with it. The story revolves around SDG 1, shows the struggle of the poor girl Ratan living in that village. Ratan represents the struggle of a poor and marginalized rural India. She has no family, education or financial security, symbolizing poverty. Her dependence on postmaster for food, shelter and education shows how poverty limits one's emotional attachment and freedom. There is a difference between it shows the difference between the postmaster who is educated lonely yet didn't understand the emotions of Ratan. On the other hand, Ratan, being an innocent girl, represented the simplicity of rural India. Now, what are the measures we can take to end poverty? The government and we should work hand in hand together to provide free education for all, at least the basic education, so that everybody can gain certain skills to be applicable for applying to any certain jobs in the future. There should be employment opportunities created as more as possible, so that everybody in rural as well as urban India gets fair wages and are willing to do work. Government should provide supports, should help the people to build houses, food and healthcare. Also in rural India, women empowerment is needed, especially in rural India, so that women can work and increase the income of the family. And most important is that community actions. We as a community should take actions with charity and volunteering, especially in the areas that gets frequently damaged due to natural disaster. We must also spread awareness about how to gain skills, and so that all the people of India, especially in rural areas, could be brought out of poverty. So thank you everybody. Hereafter we end the presentation.
Do you have any questions